Insider for the day, Mike G. How did we get here? For the 2026 opener, the Browns have now named, of course, Deshaun Watson as their QB1. Walk us through it.
Well, we can go all the way back to the Browns signing Deshaun Watson to a $230 million fully guaranteed deal, the last year of which is this year. He's scheduled to make $46 million. I really don't believe it was a financial decision in the end. I believe it was Todd Monken, as he said, taking in the full body of work. That means everything he saw in the spring, everything he saw in the summer during training camp, everything he saw in the preseason games. Now, if it was based solely on the last preseason game, SHEDEUR Sanders was sharp for the most part, had that pass that was behind his target a little bit that got deflected and intercepted, but otherwise a good outing from him. Deshaun Watson then, 5 for 12, had a pass that was picked off because it was too high. So if you just looked at that, you would say, well, SHEDEUR Sanders outplayed Deshaun Watson. But Todd Monken is looking at the whole thing, and from my understanding, there were throws throughout the spring and the summer that were reminiscent of the quarterback that got that $230 million fully guaranteed contract, and the entire operation is the way that Monken referenced it, because the Browns are going to have to go on the road the first couple of weeks of the season. They don't open until week 3 at home, so those are going to be road games. Now, you could argue that a home game might be more difficult for Deshaun Watson at this point, given everything he said about the fans. But Monken wants to make sure that the offense can operate in a hostile road environment for the first 2 weeks of the season, and believes that Watson is the better quarterback to help them get to do that. He said SHEDEUR Sanders has closed the gap between the two of them, which means Watson's going to have to perform to hold on to this job. But for now, taking in the entirety of everything, the Cleveland Browns said this is the quarterback that puts us in a better position to score points at this point.
It's crazy that we got here, Mike G. Just ask the quarterback, would you rather play a home or an away game, and then listen to his answer. Here we are, though, with the Cleveland Browns. Mike G, thank you. We'll talk to you in a little bit. It's been quite an eventful couple of days. I would say training camp for head coach Todd Monken in his first tenure as a head coach in the NFL, and his now QB1, Deshaun Watson. Both addressed the media yesterday after their decision came down.
Deshaun is going to start against Jacksonville. Took in the full body of work over the course of off-season to training camp to the games, the joint practice, and ultimately felt like to start the season on the road, Deshaun gave us the best chance to move the ball and score points. I mean, that's really what it's about. And felt that way going in the last game, but wasn't sure. And after we talked as a staff and after we re-looked at everything, we're going to go that direction.
Is this a week-by-week thing? Or?
No, we're not anticipating this being a week-by-week thing.
Today was excitement. I had no idea until I walked into the building and I talked with Coach Monk. It felt good, and a lot of excitement, but it comes with a lot of work too. There's a lot of work, there's a lot of challenges. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs, but at the same time, I'm excited to be, a starting quarterback in this league, and especially a starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns.
All right, Manti and Kyle, here is the $46 million question. Did Todd Monken make the right decision in naming Deshaun Watson his starting quarterback?
I think he did when it regards to the Browns. He didn't make the best decision for the city of Cleveland. He didn't make the best decision he made the best decision for the Cleveland Browns. And I'm glad that Mike Garafolo pointed out that Todd Monken, number one, knows what he's looking at. Number two, Todd Monken has seen stuff that we haven't seen. We've only been afforded certain clips from preseason. We've only seen certain practice reps. We've seen the preseason tape, obviously, and from that, what I got was, in my opinion, it was 50-50. Now, I gave SHEDEUR the nod based on that post-interview thing that Deshaun had, simply because there's no way that I thought that Deshaun could go out there given that climate in that stadium. Now, knowing that it's 50-50, I called one of my buddies yesterday who coaches for the Bills. And the reason why I called him for the Bills was because the Cleveland Browns had a joint practice against the Bills. I say, hey, Oos, we've seen what we've seen. When you were in practice, what did you see? Did you see a difference?
This guy in offense or defense?
Defense.
Okay.
Defense. And he said, listen, it was the same quarterback to me. They made the same plays. They made the same mistakes. They didn't come to the line of scrimmage. They didn't audible. It was the same exact person. So if you take that situation and you think about it, I know Mike G said it's not a money thing, but if I had two cars and one was $46 million, another one is $1 million, and you told me that hey, you can't get a refund on any of these, and you can get rid of them, but you're still going to pay the 46 or the million. I'm going to ride in a $46 million car as much as I can. I'm going to get what I'm paid for. Now, there's another term, Kyle, called optics. The optics of this is if you were to go with SHEDEUR, there is no way in heck that if SHEDEUR doesn't do well, that come week 3, week 7, you could bench him for Deshaun. You could do it the opposite way. That's something that I think the city of Cleveland would accept. The other way, definitely not. So Todd Monken, I feel, KB, made the best decision for the Cleveland Browns, whether people like it or not. That was the decision, and I hope that works out for Todd Monken.
Okay, I respect it, and I like it. We're looking from the football perspective, and he's trying to win games. I hear that. Let's get comfortable just for a minute here, guys, and let's try to use our imaginations, and let's try to pretend that we are a Browns fan. I really want you to get into that mindset, and you're a Young's Browns fan. Maybe you're from Youngstown or Steubenville or Dover, and it's been tough. It's been really tough in your young life being a Browns fan. But you are a Browns fan, and it's where you're from, and you're proud of it. And you've had to hear your dad talk about Bernie Kosar and your grandfather talk about Jim Brown. And this is the Browns fandom that has been passed down to you. Let's walk through this, all right? In March of 22, the Cleveland Browns trade everything, every asset they have for Deshaun Watson in the middle of a whole stretch of infamy and unsavory, disgusting things happening. They trade everything for him, and they pay him a 5-year, $230 million contract, okay? Couple of years, it's really rough, and it's really bad, and you don't know what's up or down or who you're supposed to cheer for or if you even are supposed to cheer or you're supposed to boo. It's a total identity crisis, and people are making fun of you, and you're feeling kind of gross, and they're losing. Then, in March of 25, the owner comes out and says this about the whole thing. We took a big swing and miss with Deshaun. We thought we had the quarterback. We didn't, and we gave up a lot of draft picks to get him. So we've got to dig ourselves out of that hole. I would remind you, this is not from a representative of the front office. This is not on the coaching staff. This is the boss man who runs the whole company. And I want to point out to you how many times he speaks in past tense. Took, thought, didn't, gave. It's all in the past tense with an optimistic, up-looking phrase to end it. We're going to dig ourselves out of that hole. So as a fan, you may hear that again from the owner and say, well, that really sucked, but at least it's over. At least it's over, all right? Because it's all past tense, and they'll figure out a way to just eat it financially, and I can start anew as a Browns fan in this disgusting